Welcome to Oracle SQL and PLSQL session. So what is explicit cursor? So that is what we have seen here. So we are going to make the explicit cursor now. From this base table, we have to take the explicit cursor. So how can I take explicit cursor? So that we will do it now. So how can I do it? If you see this, I hope you are clear what is this implicit cursor. In order to make explicit cursor, you have to go for it's a user defined cursor, right? I told it's a user defined cursor. First, you have to do the declare cursor, open the cursor, fetch the cursor, the values to the local variable, and close the cursor. Okay. So how can I declare the cursor? The declaration part, where should I do it? So I have to do it on the declaration part. So you can do declare cursor on the procedure or on the functions. Okay, anywhere you can put procedure or on the functions or anonymous block also. How can I do the declaration part? So this is the first one. So how can I declare the cursor? So this is the syntax. Cursor is the keyword. Cursor name is select statement. So you can use where class, but this where class can have more than one record. Okay, if you see this, cursor C1 is select employee name from employees, but I'm not using any where class here, and we are taking this. See, this is called cursor variable. It will store the data. So in memory, it will open the cursor variable C1. So this private area, we will call it as C1 now. This cursor, now it is called C1. Got it? Cursor, if you are making that declaration part, cursor C1, one work area will be opened here in the name of C1. Cursor C1 is, this is the keyword, okay? Select employee name alone I'm selecting. If you want, you can select more number of columns also. We will see one by one. Then open cursor, fetch cursor name. Okay, so you can put fetch cursor name into variable, whatever the variable you want put, you can put here like EMP name or whatever VMP name, variable 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be. So this is what. See here, I will take this particular example here. This is one of the statement and I will use it. You see this. So what we are writing. So type, okay, we are writing declaration part. Yes, declaration part. So I have given here the explanation. You can see here. First I'm opening the cursor. So first I'm defining cursor C1 is select salary from employees. Okay, so I'm not using any where class here. I'm just selecting employees alone from this base table. So just I'm taking this salary from this base table to this PLSQL block. Yes, I have first declared it. Declare the cursor C1. It has been here. It will be C1. It will be named. It will have the salary alone now. It's not the first. So if you want, you can have salary, phone number, whatever it may be, and begin. So within the begin and end, I'm going to open the cursor. So here I'm just opening the cursor. Whenever you are opening the cursor, don't forget to close the cursor. If you are opening the cursor and closing the cursor, in maximum, okay, maximum in one particular session, you can have, okay, if you take this, go to admin schema. In admin schema, you have some two different views. If you see this, okay, if you want to check how many cursors are opened now. So one view is called, this is a dynamic view. The system will maintain. We are not going to maintain this view. That is why I'm writing it here in admin schema. So if you open this, select star from in admin schema, you have to run it. So if you open this, you can able to see all the type of the parameters. So whatever the parameters you can, the session has opened. You can able to see all the open parameters here. But I want to go for name here is open cursors. Okay, so I want to just check open cursors. How many cursors are opened here? You can see maximum you can go with 300. 300 cursor, you can open it in the one particular session. Okay. Maximum cursor you can open in one particular session, 300 only. If you are opening more than 300 cursors in one particular session, then we need to kill. Okay. So we have to kill that particular, see, maximum number of cursors per sessions. So that's what you can see. This open cursor is maximum value is 300. It will be maintained in one particular table called parameter. So maximum how many cursors you can open? This is for Oracle 11G. So based on the server, it differs. You can go and check it in your real-time project also. If you have access, read access you have, just to check it. This will be handled by the DBS. If more number of cursors are open, then the PLSQL code you'll be getting error like the cursor opened is exceeded. So that's what you will be getting error. Then the DBA team will close that cursor. So unwanted cursors, they will close it. So that's why always you use close the cursor. Whenever you are opening, just to close the cursor here. Okay, clear? And just open the cursor, right? We have opened it. So declared it, opened it. After that, you have to do the fetch values to a local variable. So fetch cursor name into salary here, right? VEMP salary. Okay, just first record I'm taking. This will take first record. Okay, first record. So what is the first record here? 24,000 it will take. Next one, second record, 17 record. Third record, we are fetching one by one. Okay, we are fetching one by one. So do I need to, if I have hundreds of record, do I need to write 100 times like this? No, no need to write. Okay, so DBMS output, if you can see here, 3 times I have written, it is taking the data. So it has opened, the cursor has been opened, all the data, it has been moved to the session variable. All the salaries has been moved to the session variable, but you are assigning one by one. Okay, take one record. So take one record, fetch one record to this value, fetch one record to this value. So 3 times only we have used. So that is why we are getting 3 times value has been printed here. Okay. So 300 open cursor in implicit cursor. Okay. So both implicit and explicit cursor, both you can open it like 300. Okay. Per sessions. Okay. So this is what. So once open, we are closing it. We are coming out, but we need to get all the values, right? Not only 3 records, we need to get all the values. So instead of using this way, we can go for looping. We can use looping statements. So what is the looping statement here? Okay, so for an example here, I can after open the cursor, open C1, and you can go for something like looping. Okay, so here you can use loop. So you can use loop. So open, then loop. Whenever you are opening the loop, before closing the cursor, you have to use end loop. Okay, so use end loop and no need to mention multiple times here. Remove this. Okay, looping. So looping. So whenever you are doing looping, you have to put this one, right? So you have to put exit when. So exit when I have to exit. Exit when C1 percentage not found. Then we have to, okay, we can put here. Okay, it will come out. Oh, sorry. Okay, if you see this, I just opened the cursor. I'm just looping it. Why? Because I may not know how many records the base table contains, right? See, it may have some 50 records, 500 records, or 5,000 records, whatever it may be. So I have taken all the records here, then fetching all the records into the loop one by one. Okay, so first record it will go, second record it will go, third record, and fourth record. So all this, when the cursor not found, the attribute not found, it will print the values and it will end the loop and the close the cursor. So you can see here. So I just closed it. I'm just opening and you are seeing all the values, right? See how many times. If you want to put the row count, right? You can put row count. So C1, you can put, okay, so after this, you have to put end of the loop. After that, you put row count. Before closing the cursor, you have to use C1 percentage row count, right? So how many records? Okay, so 105 records. You can put total number of record fetched from base table. Base table concatenation. Then you can put here hyphen. Okay. So just we are making that and this way. If you want, you can put one more line also. DBMS output. Simply I'm putting one line. That's it. So finally, it will print this way. You can see here, this printing total number of record fetched from the base table is 105. So these many records, it has been fetched from the base table. Got it? So this is what you can go inside the cursor and you can fetch the values. Whatever I have explained here, so that I have given here. Okay. So you can use this way. Example 2, this is example 3. Yes. Okay. So here what we did only one column, right? We have did only one column salary. I want to go for multiple columns, right? So you can use this way. Okay. You can use this way. Declare. First, you can take the cursor. Okay. Cursor C1 is select first name, comma, salary from employees. You can take begin and end. Within the begin and end, I'm opening the cursor, looping. So whenever you are making looping, then this end loop, fetch C1 into VEMP name, VEMP salary. So what is these two? These two are local variable to use these values inside the PLSQL block. Got it? If I want to use these values inside the PLSQL block, then I have to use the local variable. These two local variable I have to define, right? Okay, VEMP name is this first name data type. VEMP salary is salary data type. So that way I have defined here. So these two are variable and this is local variable. This is cursor and exit when cursor not found and we are going to the loop. So this time I'm just printing both EMP name as well as salary. Both I'm just printing it. Okay, so if you want, you can put one single quotes. Yeah, this way also you can open it. And this time we'll go for multiple times. So it will print employee name and the salary here multiple times. If you want the same way, if you want to put the number of record it fetched. If there are millions and billions of records, then what kind of performance tuning we can apply? Okay, so that's what it will not millions of billions of record. It's a memory location. That's it. Okay, we'll take the data from this memory location. So you need to have enough memory. That's it. To take this memory's place, right? This place. So cursor, you have to, once you are going to close it, this memory area will get closed. This cursor will get closed. Say for an example, next one. So what is this next one? This particular statement will do. So take this next one, next statement. Just to go through, you tell me. So what it will print? Just to go through that. Even if it is wrong, that's fine. Take declare, begin, end. So just we are opening the cursor here, C1, looping. Okay, loop and end loop. Fetch C1 into my name, my employee number, my salary. 3 different variables, right? 3 different variables we are fetching. Fetch C1 into these 3 variable. So here, if you see this, fetch C1 into these 2 variables we put it. And this is 3 variable. Exit when C1 percentage row count is greater than 5. Okay, greater than 5. So that means if I'm going to fetch more than 5 records, I'm going inside the loop one by one. fetching. Okay, first record fetching, second record fetching, third record, fourth record fetching. Okay. If the row count is greater than 5, or I'm not finding any cursor, then you can print this, come out. Okay, exit when we are writing this condition. Exit when C1 percentage row count is not. Okay, what is this my salary? My salary is nothing but employees dot last name we are taking. Sorry, my name is last name. My employee number is employee ID. My salary is salary here, all the percentage type, right? So we know already. So cursor we are defining. So what is this cursor we are defining? Cursor C1 is select statement, select last name, employee ID, salary from employees, order by salary descending. Okay. So what is this statement will do? What is this statement will do? So we have seen only select statement, right? But here we are using order by clause. So order by salary descending order. Okay. So we are ordering the salary descending order. Then we are, see here, 1 lakh. First record is 1 lakh. We are ordering like a descending order, right? 1 lakh. Next one is 50,000. You assume that, okay, some values are there. Then 45,000. In that way, we are ordering 40,000. Some values are there. We are ordering 25,000. Okay. And then, sorry, then 13,000. You assume that in that way, 13,000. These are all some values and so on you are getting. So we have fetched the values from here to the work area, and we have stored the data in the descending order, and we are going with one by one all the records. And then we are in the descending order we are going with, if it is more than 5, we are coming out. That means highest 5 salaried employee, right? Correct. So it will select, okay, highest 5 salaried employee, the employee salary 1. If you want to put some the count number also, you can put here. Okay, highest 1 employee, this name, employee ID, this one, this much amount he is earning. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this coming out of the loop. Got it? So just how we are iterating the values inside the cursor. Yes, the same way we will do it in our PLSQL block. So remember this. If you don't close the cursor, what will happen? If you don't close the cursor, if you are not closing the cursor, I'm just opening and I'm making that. Okay, so this time it has been ended, right? But the cursor is not closed. Cursor is not closed. So don't use this, always close it. So why? Because if more cursor is opened in this way, so multiple in the same session, multiple queries are running, then you will get some errors. Okay, you have to always close the cursor. So remember this. Then say for an example, you want to know how many cursors are there in the HR schema. How many cursors are there in the HR schema? You can execute this particular statement here. Open cursor is one of the views, or dynamic view. You can execute here. You can find in HR schema. So these many cursors are opened in this particular session. Okay. So that means I have opened this SQL developer. So this SQL statement I have executed today, right? Select star from customer. Yes, I have executed. This one I have executed, right? Parameter I have executed. Select salary from employees. Yes. So that is one of the cursor we have defined. So this is maybe Oracle has used it. Name salary. So first time we have selected only salary. Next time we have selected first name comma salary. Then this is the way we have done it, right? So these are all the cursors we have used today. Session cursor catched. So it's both these two cursors are open. So other cursors are be closed. So that information you can see here. Okay. But these things, what is cursor catching, all this, the DBA will take care. We are not going to use it. Okay. So if you want to learn more than that, yes, you can go to learn more than this. Okay. So what is this cursor session, all this? Okay. Yeah, I hope you are clear. So what this will do, and cursor with return class. Okay, so cursor with return class, cursor with for loop. So all this one by one we will see. So what is this cursor with for loop? See, whatever we are doing it, like one by one we are doing it, right? So that you can do it with cursor for loop. Okay, it's a best method to fetch the data from the base table. You can use for loop. For an example, if I want to learn what is cursor for loop, and this is what the syntax. Okay.